Today I have a Thorens TD125 Mark II. This is a belt drive turntable with a DC servo motor and pitch control. And on this one, the problem we've got is the strobe is not working for the speed adjustment. It also has no tone arm. That's how it was purchased. We won't be able to test it, but let's take a look. There's one small problem, and that's the strobe doesn't work. When you turn it on, the strobe should light up in here. But as you can see, the strobe isn't working. Now these units here are a very heavy turntable. This one here uses a DC motor. I have one. The one I have the one, I think mine's a 165. And it's an AC synchronous motor. This one here has a DC motor, so it has a pitch control. As you can see, they start up relatively slow, and that's because the actual turntable material itself is very heavy. Neat thing about these Thorens that a lot of people, maybe some know and some don't, is in the middle here, it's got a reversible adapter for playing 45 RPM records. Now this particular table has 3 speeds. It has 16 2/3 for the old transcription records, 33 1/3, and 45 RPM. The table lifts, and you turn that over when you're playing LPs. The table lifts off just like this to reveal a smaller pulley assembly. This is the underside of the table. This thing here weighs about probably about 15 pounds. It's quite heavy. So we're going to remove the belt. And we'll remove the sub table assembly. And this actually has the bearing in the base of it here. This is where the strobe light is, and as you can see, the light is actually missing on this one. So what I need to do is I need to put a new lamp in here. It's a neon lamp that's normally in here that shines up on the underside of this turntable, and then you can see the reflections. There's a mirror down here and it shows up in the front, but as you can see, there's no neon light in here. Now remember, all this is just a neon bulb that needs to go below there, and here's a little neon bulb here. This is a glow bulb. So if I turn this on and I put the lamp down here, as you'll notice, there's a dropping resistor in the base here. I should be able to connect to the terminals down here, and there's a neon glow lamp that will light up. Right, so all I need to do is just connect to the 2 terminals down here, one on each side, and as you can see, the light will glow. If you guys saw that or not, but there it is. Maybe you can't see it. My hand is in the way, but here, maybe this might help if I hold it this way. This is all we need for our strobe light. It's just a little neon bulb that will glow orange like that when it's got power. So it's just a neon glow bulb. So this is what the proper strobe neon lamp looks like. They actually stepped the voltage up to about 240 or so volts on this little terminal down here because this is quite a wide arc. This is the proper strobe, so I'm going to put the proper strobe into this turntable. I could certainly replace it with a neon bulb, but obviously having the correct one is going to give a better effect. So let's put the real one in here. So the bulb just fits down inside like that, and it's held in place by these end caps that fit over the edge here and hold the bulb in place. This is actually the original lamp that was for this turntable. I found it in the base. When I moved it, I heard something rattling, took the base off, and there it was. I think probably, you know what I think? I think this is broken. That's why it came out. This plastic is broken. That's what's happened on this one. If I hold this in place, this light should light up. Okay, if I hold that down, see? The light is going to light now. That's what's happened on this one, is that the end pieces are broken. This is supposed to be a complete cover that covers the lamp and holds it in place. But the plastic, as you can see, is broken right here. These are it's got two stepped up a bit, as you can see here, right? It's supposed to be a raised up portion, and this fits over like this on this side, and there's supposed to be a plastic piece that goes all the way across the top. And that's been broken on this turntable. So I'm going to try and make something that will hold this lamp in place, because it's got to be held down like that. And these terminals here are going to be live, right? These metal terminals, they're actually going to be live, so you want to have them insulated. Otherwise, someone that sticks their fingers in there could get a jolt. It would not be a much of a jolt, because there is a resistor underneath there to limit the amount of current that's going through it. But we still need to have something to hold that lamp down in place. And I think I found something that will work. I cut a piece of plastic from an old pop bottle, because this stuff is soft enough that I'll be able to cut it into shape, and should be able to cut it and punch a hole in it right to the shape I need. So I'll just cut a piece off the top here. There. That should be something I can work with to make a plastic window that will fit over there and hold that lamp in place. So I'm going to cut this down in size so that it'll be approximately the right size to fit over top of the lamp assembly and hold the lamp in place. So when I put the bulb back in, because you see the bulb, it's got a spring on it, so it's going to try and spring up. So I need to hold it down like that. If I can hold the lamp down like that, the lamp will work. It's going to punch a hole in the plastic. I used my soldering iron to melt a little hole, and I'm just going to enlarge it a bit now so that I can get a screw through there. I just want to measure the distance that I need to punch the second hole. I'll put the end cap on here. As you can see, I've fastened it down on one side. So now the other end cap, I should be able to stick it down on here and just squeeze it down in place. Okay, I've got my cover in place here. It's holding the lamp down. Now the glow lamp lights as it's supposed to. Let's put the turntable back on and see how it works. Table, of course, just fits right into the hole, the bearing. Drops into place like that. Put the belt back on. Belt goes in behind the pulley here through these grooves. So we'll put it through the pulley and then wind it around the turntable base. Now these belts are meant to be loose fitting. Now if we look down over here into the strobe window, we'll see the strobe is turning. This is where we adjust our speed. We want to adjust it so that it's no longer, so it's not moving. I notice that this is set for 50 Hertz, so we're going to have to back that up for 60 so that we're looking at the correct strobe disc, because this moves the position of the mirror so that we can see the correct. If you see, if I look down here, you'll see that it moves the strobe disc. And there's the correct one. So when we're going the correct speed, the strobe disc is not moving at all. And we'll change our speed here. This will be our 45 RPM. And there's our 16. Of course, our 16 and our 33 both are the same, right? Because it's half the speed. So there's 16 showing up here. and then 33 1/3 is showing up there, and then 45 is the bottom one. And that's how you set your speed on one of these turntables. And here we have it with the full turntable assembly back on. Kick on the power, and it gets up to speed. It's 33 1/3, 16 2/3, and 45 RPM. And then you just adjust your speed exactly with the pitch control. Just like that. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this. I wish I could play this, but I don't have the tone arm for it. It was brought in just to be checked out, and that's what happens on these. Sometimes the strobe light just kind of disappears. This one should keep this one going for a long time. And the guy that owns this paid a lot of money for this turntable. I'd love to hear it once he gets the tone arm on it. That would be a real cool one to listen to. I have a 165, so I'm very familiar with Thorens and how good a quality these are, and these turntables here are first-rate quality. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one real soon.